welcome to another episode of Coffee Break. I hope you're having a great Wednesday so far. And before I introduce my special guest, of course, let me just invite everyone to please share this video and join in on the conversation because it's very tricky for some boys and some girls. Let us know your thoughts again in the comments as we have this little discussion with my guest for today, which is like sort of a coffee date actually. So let's please welcome, hey Nick.
Hey, Shai, and hello everybody
Hi.
watching. I
Hello,
like how you said
hello.
it's gonna be tricky for both boys and girls, men and women,
Yes, actually,
or
it's
whatever your
gonna be
gender is.
interesting. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're not here to judge. We're just
Yeah,
here to talk, and we would love to know your thoughts on the topic, which I'll get to in a
right.
bit. So yeah, first off, Nick, okay lang ba? Let's imagine like this is our coffee date.
Hindi pa ba?
Kasi like I missed.
Totoo
I
naman.
mean, well, I would really love to see you face to face. Sana yung talagang yung our fingers are brushing by each other when we'll grab the dessert or something. Eh kaso wala eh, COVID eh. Si Rona Corona eh. So let's have this
Exactly.
as our virtual coffee date. So if this is our date, well,
Right.
this is our date. Who would normally pay, Nick? For you, in your standpoint, who would pay?
I guess it'd be me for
Oh
now.
yeah, kasi
Most
for now.
likely, I'd be the one.
Ikaw na susunod ha.
I'd be the one asking you out first. I mean, as I
Mhm.
normally would, like when we were still
Mhm.
in our station,
Mhm.
a few months, not naman a few months, a year ago.
Uh-huh.
Ako naman yung mahilig din mag-aya. And I feel like I would be the one approaching you and, of course, asking you out for coffee. So I'd be the one who would pay.
To offer to pay ganun.
Mm.
Pero do you like eh, how do you feel when the girl like when I would say no Nick, let me pay for my coffee. How would you feel about that?
It's tricky because that's the part. Because you don't want to offend anybody, right? I mean, regardless of the sex or gender, if somebody offers to pay, you want to acknowledge, right?
Mhm.
I guess. So maybe I would, like, especially if it's a first date, I would at least say, no,
Mhm.
ako na, ganyan. Di ba?
No,
Ganun naman.
nagpapakitang gilas ako, okay?
Oo, pero kung nag-insist din talaga siya, then I could just say,
Mhm.
maybe we could split the bill. I mean, that's the best thing to do for me.
Mhm.
Pero ang hirap din kasi if you do that, baka din trap siya eh. Alam mo, it could be a trap na parang, ay, ano ba yan talaga, pinatul. Alam mo yun, dapat ikaw yun eh. Dapat ikaw, alam mo yun, kasi ang weird, alam mo, hindi rin ako minsan makabasa ng
Yeah.
date. So,
Or
ano
if you
ba?
do get to read, you might misread it rin.
Exactly. Because you don't
Oo.
know also if the person is testing you. Na parang,
Mm-mm.
ikaw yun eh. And I'm sure you have a lot of kwentos.
Actually, alam mo, gusto ko yung sinabi mo na ang hirap magbasa kasi like you want to just have a casual, easygoing date but you end up
Exactly.
overthinking only
Right.
because ano ba, kaya ko naman magbayad ng bill natin dalawa. Ako naman nag-aya eh, pero bakit ka pa nang offer? Like, hindi ba? So, are you saying it's not because of the gender for you? You're saying it's because you're the one who invited, not because like I'm the man. Hey, let me handle things.
Yeah, and I guess it also supplements what we talked about before, like who asks a person out for a date first. Is it the guy or the girl, diba? Or
Okay.
or is it okay for girls to do that? And feeling ko, diba, nag-come up tayo with this very traditional way of thinking also na it's usually the guys. So yun, kaya
Yeah.
ako din siguro nasabi, I'm coming from that background pa din eh.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So here's another follow-up question to that. So the next time, or let's imagine we never had our first date just yet. We've had so many dates na kasi Nika. Let's imagine we've never had our first date yet. I asked you out, like finally, hey Nick, you want to have dinner with me sometime? So papayag ka pala talaga na I'll pay for the bill kasi ako nag-aya. Tricky.
I would at least offer to split the bill.
So you're saying, wait, I'm sorry to conclude this, but you're saying pa rin bilang lalaki, parang you gotta offer something on the table. Tama
I
ba?
guess so. And
Kasi,
I don't know, is it an ego thing? And right now, I'm just having these thoughts in my head na parang, ikaw nga eh. I mean, if you insisted to offer that dinner,
oo,
bakit nga ba, di ba? What is wrong
pinilit
with
kita, di ba?
oh, it's a very
Nick, sige
tricky.
na. Tara na.
Okay,
Have dinner with me na.
Ganito siguro. I feel like if the possible relationship is platonic, G lang.
Ah,
Okay lang.
okay.
Wala ka.
Okay.
Ikaw lagi yan. Bayaran mo. Pero
Okay.
if I'm interested, which in this case, for example, I am. Diba? I am interested. Ako na yun, para mag-i-insist talaga ako to pay. Ang sama ba?
The thing is, for me, it's not eh. The thing is, it's not for me. But you know, some people might have standards na yun nga, like what you said earlier. Ikaw nag-aya, sandali. You pay for it, whether you're a guy or a girl.
Yeah.
Because you were the one who asked me out, you pay for it. While others naman, may isang nag-comment dito, sabi niya nga na, sabi ni Miguel dito na, 50-50 tayo. Like, you know, on a first date, whether it's the first date or the 5th or the 10th date, 50-50 tayo. Ganun. So, may pera ka naman, nagtrabaho ka naman, why would I pay for your meal? But then there's the thought na, exactly, #equality. But then there's the thought, especially for women, they're gonna go, but he's the one who asked me out. Right? But anyway, ayun nga, like for a lot of people, it's an issue of the simple starting of the relationship of who pays the bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
But okay, let's move forward. Not just with the first. Oh, actually, no. I have a follow-up question pa. Ang daming follow-up questions sa first date na to pala, no?
Sige.
Yeah, was there a time na yung first date pa lang talaga at sabihin natin, I don't know, whoever nag-aya or in your case, ikaw nag-aya na hindi lang naman siya nag-offer na magbayad ng bill at like, you know, like expected na sa kanya na you will pay that bill. How do you feel about that?
I guess that's okay kasi sanay ako eh. Sanay ako na
baby.
ako din talaga.
Ay, sorry. Okay. Tuloy mo.
Tayo nalalaglag tayo eh. Sanay ako na ako din talaga yung nagbabayad. Sanay ako na ako yung nagbabayad talaga. And that's, you know, baka nature ko din kasi yun na maybe I was raised by my parents to hindi lang naman kasi with dates but I see them like always offering to pay the bill, you know, when we're with family friends or ganyan. Kaya siguro parang yung ganong initiative na build din sa akin. I'm not answering your question, am I?
It's alright. Actually, it's alright. I still enjoy the insight that, I mean, you know, yung onting tidbits here and there, parang feel ko it's going to build up to something bigger for later on. Or for this whole conversation, actually. So, yeah, again, for you guys, it's very normal that the guys will pay the bill. Again, going back to our previous convo about it's usual that the guys make the first move, the guys are the one making the initiative to do this, to pay the bills. It's normal. That's like status quo, right? Pero the question now is for, tanungin mo na lang ako. Tanungin mo ako yung question na yun. Kung nagbayad na ba ako ng bill before? And how do I feel about that?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that. I feel like it's difficult.
Yeah, what's the question?
Were you ever pressured by your date to pay or to at least contribute to the bill?
I'm glad that I was never pressured. Never like asked like, hey, how do you want to pay this? Walang ganun, never talaga. Like in fairness to all the men I've dated before, it was pretty civil with the bill, parang ganun. And normally, ako rin kasi personally, I have this rule talaga na I will at least offer yung that panggap na hindi magbabayad na ako. Wala, hindi magbayad ako. Tapos eventually I'll just, okay, sige ka na magbayad. There's that. But I really do want to offer only because, and if kung possible, I'll also pay for my meal or half the meal, whatever. Only because I don't want them to have this feeling na I owe them something. Because there are some guys who are that way. Yung mga, if it didn't work out, ako nagbayad ng bill namin ng 1.5 yung kinain namin. Tapos,
binili ka na
diba?
pala.
Like, excuse me, I'm not worth 1.5 lang ha. Excuse me. So, may mga ganun eh. So, I try to pay as much as I could because I don't know how he'll be reacting to this in the future, diba? So, the safer option is to just pay. And because I'm also independent, I'm not also there to date because I need a free meal.
Yeah.
You know, these are my personal principles. I'm not dating for a free meal, parang ganun. So, I would offer to pay or if possible, I would really pay. Great. Kung tinanggap niya, great. Kung hindi, basta I tried my best, parang ganun. I tried my best, pero thank you for the free meal. But, here's one kwento of mine, real quick lang talaga. There's this friend of mine.
Which is not you.
No, of course not. So, I have this friend, let's call her Liz. So, itong si Liz, not related to me ha. She went on a date with someone. The guy was from her province. And then, when he was in Manila for a while for work, he kept bugging her to go out on a date with him. So finally, pumayag na tong si Liz. Pumayag na. And then, when they met up, she asked, okay, where do you want to eat? Where do you want to eat? Sabi ko na bahala. Kasi thinking na he's not from there and she would know the place better in Manila. So sabi ng girl, are you sure ako na bahala? Kasi I've been craving for sangyup for a while now. Sorry, more clues for my friend. Anyway, so yun, I've been craving for sangyup for a while now. So sabi ni Kay, okay, sure, no problem, ganun. Tapos, nung they were brushing through the menu, normally naman sa sangyup, diba, like it's like fixed price for one person, 999, right. The other one, 999 also, ganun, diba? So medyo nagulat siya sa price. Tapos napaisip si Liz, sabi niya, hala, baka pala, like, kasi he's just starting off in Manila, baka he's not used to splurging on a date that big one time, ganun, diba? So naisip naman ng friend kong si Liz, sabi niya, hindi, alam mo, okay lang naman if I'll pay for like maybe 1.5 or most of the bill. She doesn't mind. Kasi what if yung budget niya pala for the two of them was like 300 lang? She doesn't mind paying 1.7 kung sakali. Sabi niya sa akin. Okay lang sa kanya. So, they ate. And then when the bill came, it was 1,998. So, she put 2,000. She put the money in the little envelope. Sorry. She put the money in the little envelope. And then the black thingy, passed it on to the guy. Expecting na kahit paano mag-react siya, uy, ba't ka nagbayad ng lahat? Hindi. Expecting na gano'n na.
Yeah.
He got the thing and just pass it on to ate waitress right away.
Good job, sir. Good job.
So, and then si ate Liz, friend natin, na parang she was like, huh? You didn't even just play the game of, sandali, wag naman ganyan. Ako, I invited you out. Wala lang naman ganon. Kasi again, Liz, knowing his background, yung he's new here and whatever, he's just starting off. Isip niya, I don't mind actually. Just, huwag mo naman paramdam sa akin na natutuwa ka. Libre kita dito. Like, I have a little bit of hiya naman ata. Parang gano'n. She was really surprised sa part niya. She didn't mind, but she didn't mind paying, but surprised with the lack of emotion.
Initiative also.
Yeah, initiative, exactly. Thank you. So, ayun. Tapos, naisip niya naman, okay, siguro talaga, baka wala talaga siyang pera at nagulat siya sa price ng bill. Okay, fine. Okay, let's skip. And then when they had some dessert or whatever sa convenience store, naisip niya naman, baka naman, pwede siya na magbayad nito. Magkano lang to? 25 pesos lang ata itong nakuha ni Liz. Right. So, nakita niya yung wallet ng guy. Mga ganito kakapal yung 500 pesos. May pera siya, friends. May pera siya. Pero I don't know. So for me, going back to your question about how do I feel about that, na-off talaga ako. Na-off, si Liz pala. Na-off pala talaga ako para kay Liz.
Sabi ko na eh. Yung mga friend na yan.
Na-off ako para kay Liz. Yun. Kaya naman na-off rin si Liz, syempre. Na-off si Liz. Yeah. Na-off ako para kay Liz ng, again, you didn't even just at least offer. And you just let the girl pay after making kulit, bugging her to go out on a date with you. Yun. Diba?
I don't want to defend the guy because, I mean, we all know that something was really wrong there, especially that he asked the girl out. And
I mean, for you guys, is it really a bad thing? What happened ba? Please let us know. But yeah, Nick, sorry, go back.
It feels very uncomfortable. I mean, it should feel uncomfortable on my part. I mean, especially if I know that I have the money and then I didn't even try to. Kasi in the first place, ako nga yung nagyaya sa'yo, di ba? Pero yun din kasi these rules that we make, there's so much expectation from people. Hindi ko alam kung may pagkukulang ba in terms of communicating. Or is it necessary to have that kind of test when you're going out with someone? I'm not even sure if it's a test of character, di ba? Parang yung unwritten rules na yun. Hindi ko alam kung where the guy's head is at or was at the time. Did they ever talk about it?
Never daw.
Because the second date did not happen anymore, I assume.
No, wala na daw.
Wala na talaga. Wala na, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, wala na. It was like a no-brainer na for Liz na, no way am I gonna go out with this
No.
guy again. Ganon.
Right.
Yeah, so napaisip ako tuloy if the tables were turned nga, like would it not be that insulting? Would it not be that scandalous to kwento to your friends? Like, dude, I paid for the entire bill. Di lang naman siya nag-offer. Pero I expected na for some... Is it sexist? Is it wrong?
Ayun nga eh. Alam mo, the whole thing that we're talking about, now it makes me feel like, saan nga ba? Ano ba talaga? Ano yung ugat nito? Is it because, again, men have more money than women? And if I say that, okay, kayo mga nanonood ngayon, I'm sure you would be very offended, right?
How dare you, Nick, ha?
But I guess the point is, well, alam ko namang hindi. Alam ko mas marami kang pera sa akin. Like, the first date natin.
That's not true. Wait, that's not true.
Yung first coffee date natin. Tandang-tanda ko yun. Kasi mas kilala ka rin talaga ng mga barista.
But you were new kasi there.
I was. I remember I at least got the dessert. With you know, my very... you know how my wallet looked like at the time. I didn't have anything, but at least I bought something.
You didn't have this much 500 pesos in your wallet. Naalala ko.
No. But you did. You did
oy!
hand out your card. And for some reason, it made me feel, I wouldn't say naman less of a person, but it made me feel thankful, but also a bit small. And I don't know where that came from because I'm sure you never had that in your head. Na parang gusto
intention.
Mong ma-feel
Hindi talaga.
Oo, na parang, oy, mas marami na akong pera sa'yo, Nick, so ako yung magbabayad. It was never like that.
No way.
But somewhere inside my head and in my heart, I really felt bad. And yun iniisip ko, did the guy even feel bad? Yun sa kwento mo. Did
diba?
Feel that kind of guilt na hindi man lang siya nag-offer.
Diba? But I've never asked Liz that question actually. What do you think was in his head when he decided not to pay? I suddenly got curious.
Yeah.
Like, Liz, if you're watching, kontakin mo naman siya. Mag-review nga kayo ng date na yun. Anyway, okay, so let's move forward from the first dates, all right? Let's move on to, let's say you're in a relationship na, with your girlfriend, Nick.
Right.
How much would it affect you if it's your girlfriend who just pays the entire bill, whether you have money or not, as in like whether she treats you or she insists talaga, like how do you feel about that pag girlfriend mo na siya?
Give and take talaga.
So parang mas kaya mo.
And I'm also not one to take because I just feel bad. Yeah, I really feel bad when that's happening. Pagdating lang naman sa food, most likely kasi yun eh. I mean, in most instances, food talaga yung magiging issue, di ba?
Yeah. Food and other dates. Basta dates basically. Like movies, gano'n, di ba? Usually.
Right. Maybe because the ones I've dated who, I ended up with, then has the date...
Easy ka kasi medyo na-hurt ako ng slight ha. So, gentle. Carry on.
But as the dates progress, mas nagiging authentic kasi eh. And to me, I am more inclined to date someone who can contribute.
Akala ko someone who has money.
That's a better way to put things.
That's like the blunt version of putting it out.
Correct. I'm not looking for sugar mommy or anything, but you
used a term before. You like dating women who are independent.
And
that's your term, yun.
Yes, meaning someone who can pay for us. I'm kidding.
Yeah, who can pay for the both of you. But the next time, balak mo naman ikaw naman magbabayad, di ba? That's how you see the relationship.
Yeah, and basta yun talaga kasi parang it's partnership eh. To me, it's partnership. And if I do something for you, I'm not expecting that you would do something back. Honesty, wala talaga. Pero alam mo yun, yung paano ba? I won't be with someone who wouldn't even do anything for the both of us. Parang mas ganun yung point of view ko. Teka, meron na nagagalit na to sa akin. Yung mga nagagalit na sa akin, Nick, ayos lang tayo na. Totoo.
Okay.
Ayos
What about
lang
let's...
tayo. Ay,
Ng
okay,
upo
okay.
mo.
Iba pala to.
Ayusin mo na yung upo mo. Nagko-comment
Sorry na
dito.
nag-slouch tayo. Kasi sobrang
You're getting
intuit
more
na ako.
relaxed
Kasi
with me.
pinag-uusapan. Yeah.
You're getting more relaxed with me. That's really it. Okay, let's go to the extreme naman. So, what if your girlfriend mo na to, all the time insists na, ako na, Nick, ako na. Like, you know, like, let's assume na she has more money talaga than you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, exponentially, like, they... Aminin naman natin, ganun.
Oh, totoo naman. Inaamin ko naman yun.
Let's assume, like, exponentially,
right,
she has much more money. Like, she comes from a conglomerate family, like tycoons, business tycoons, mga ganon, di ba? Like, which was never an issue to begin with. Kasi like, you know your worth, and then she knows your worth, and she's fine with that. Ganun. Let's assume na she's never treated you like you're beneath her. Like yung emotionally, like for example na, wag kang ganyan kasi ganyan, she's never bossy naman with you. Pero yun nga, for a lot of things, she often pays for the movies, the popcorn, the drinks, the dates, the vacations. Like siya na lang bigla bumibili, like, hey, like, I've already booked our Christmas vacation, ha? Like all the hotel accommodations, all our vacation plans, everything is set na for these dates. Like, G tayo, ha? So like, you hardly have to lift a finger when it comes to, you hardly have to put a penny out, actually. So, how would you feel about that? That's extreme na.
No. I mean, I'm not okay with that. I definitely am not. It happened before, right? It happened before.
Can I date her? Pwede ba ako nalang maging kadate niya?
I know kung pwede lang, you know. But that's the thing. Wait, you're saying that the girlfriend would always do the payments, always settle.
Yeah, not because like kawawa naman tong si Nick, sige ako nang bahala sa kanya. Hindi naman ganun. Like, it's just her nature.
It happened before. It wasn't that big of an issue, and maybe because then kasi yung tinanay ko maging secure kahit na at times when I feel like wala ba akong capability na mag-book ng hotel for us, for example, ganyan, or kung ano man. Pero yun, kinausap ko kasi siya. And then, hindi kasi siya sa standpoint ng money eh. At the time, I felt that she was planning the whole relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like, na-book ko na to. Kunyari, na-book ko na to. Dito tayo ng ganito, dito tayo ng ganyan. Without even, like, consulting me. Or, for example, this is the movie that we're watching. And, syempre, at some point, you would lose that part of you na parang you want to contribute to the relationship as well. Diba? Ako mahilig ako sa horror films, for example. Ito siya, mahilig sa drama. We meet somewhere in between, diba? It's not just about the money. But I feel like, naging issue yung money kasi bilang mas siya nga alam naman namin, pareho naman siya yung may pera. Parang, hindi niya rin siguro naisip na ang sa kanya, matreat lang ako out. Or magkaroon kami ng night out, for example. Pero hindi niya na rin naisip yung possibility na baka hindi ko pala yung trip.
So, yung standpoint mo of being offended, quote-unquote, for lack of a better term, is because siya lang nagpaplano lahat. Not because of the money.
Right, and the money became the leverage for it. Alam mo na.
Okay. Pero kung tipong, yun nga, I don't know, I'm just trying to paint a scenario here to trigger your emotions.
Yeah.
Like for example, okay, like you guys have discussed, okay, let's try to go to Maldives on December Christmas break. Diba? So ayun, nagawa niya, like basically the issue would be not how she plans everything out, but more of like she pays for everything out front. Is it gonna be like emasculating for you?
Yeah. I'm not
admittedly,
sure.
Admittedly, I mean, I'm for the people who feel that way. I don't look down on you. I'm not judging. Like, oh my gosh, how dare you? Like, we're in a modern society. Hindi ako ganun. Kasi again, I think these are issues that are evolving, are growing. You know, some people might not be offended by that and be like, yeah, go. If my girl can provide for me, I can provide for her in other ways. I can put other things in the table of the, diba? So, pero if you feel like you're, yun nga na, sandali, ayoko ng ganyan. Gusto ko naman, ako rin, like, bibigay ko rin card ko, kahit utang yan, okay lang, basta, nagmumukhang ako nagbigay niyan. If you feel that way, I get that also. So, yeah, your thoughts, Nick, again? Sorry.
I mean, oo, totoo. Kung hindi ko kayang bayaran yung plane ticket, for example, at least hulugan ko sa'yo, or kapag nandun yung kaya natin for us to like actually enjoy the place, at least man lang ako yung magbabayad noon. I don't know, it speaks so much of somebody's character din kasi. Someone who, I don't wanna sound bad kasi parang yung Crazy Rich Asians. And I don't want to sound like the insecure guy there, diba?
The husband of Astrid, yes, I know.
The hot wife, and you know, she's making
very
lots.
rich.
I mean, she has a lot of money, correct? And don't invalidate me, please, but I also feel that baka meron din talagang part na hindi okay. Because the fact that the wife had to like hide, diba, the shopping.
Yes.
The root of it is feeling ko hindi nako-communicate ng maayos yung mga ganun eh.
Yung insecurities.
There's no security eh. Yeah, there's no security in the relationship. And maybe, I don't know, we don't know the whole story, but maybe some guys are really trying their best to step up, to keep up with, you know, eto nga nakita ko dito, ang hirap daw ng high maintenance.
Yes, I was about to read that earlier, actually.
Na date. And ako, wala namang problema if you're high maintenance, go lang. Kaya lang to make that relationship work, kapag maraming expectations na, and I don't feel like I can contribute to that, to maintaining that relationship or that person for that matter, parang ang hirap. So, to answer your question, ang hirap, hindi ko siya masabing emasculating, pero parang
nakaka-insecure or
is it insecurity? Or parang parang hindi ka lang kasama dun sa growth ng relationship, which makes me feel bad.
But when you think about it, that's on you eh, 'di ba? Like if you feel like you're no longer growing in the relationship together, that's because you're hindering yourself. Kasi nga may something ka. What is that something? You know what I mean?
Right. Because it's competition. You feel like it's competition. Diba? It could be that, or it could stem from the idea na parang guys should be, you know.
I think that's usually it. I think that's it. Oh, I could imagine that's it rather. Which would go back to emasculating nga pala talaga.
Oh, tas nakaka-add kasi yung friends eh. Diba? The circle of friends of your circle of friends and the girl or the guy circle of friends. Diba? Dun sa pressure na yun na parang di ka ba nahiya or something like that. Pero baka
I hate that.
Diba? Kasi baka sa akin pala noong una okay lang, and then my friends would make me realize, or the friends of my girlfriend, for example, would tell me na, bakit ganun, parang mas, diba? Yun yung mahirap na part.
I get that so much. I can imagine. Well, that just goes to show na, yung natatawa ako, there was this one podcast I was listening to last time na parang date on your level daw, or date on your level, or just a notch above or a notch below, parang ganun. Not because not because parang matuto ka lumugar, not because of that, but because of yung your personal issues. Ganun. Not because like nakakahiya naman na prinsesa ka tapos magde-date ka lang ng popper, or nakakaya prinsipe ka tapos ganyan lang made sorry.
Lala yung popper.
Sorry. Pero yeah, like, not also din tipong prinsesa ka tapos you're just gonna date that, or prinsipe ka and then you're just gonna date the maid. Yung typical mga ganun. Well, not because of those reasons, but because you know it might become an issue in the future.
It will. No
like
matter how.
Not just with money. Like for example, with intelligence, ganun na.
Correct.
If you don't want to have a hard time with your talking to your partner, date someone that is in that range, in the color range of in your spectrum, in your IQ spectrum. Parang ganun. Not because na ayoko isipin niya bobo ako, mga ganun. Not because of that, or ayoko naman na yung ako lagi akong intelligent tapos siya hindi siya makahabol. Not because of that, but only because you want to have that kind of peace in the relationship. It's part of your standards pa maybe. Parang ganun. So, I was listening to that and it felt like it made sense a bit. Para bang, hindi naman siya racism-ish or whatever, just preference maybe? for your peace of mind nga in the future, in the long run.
Yeah, correct. Like some people make it work, and I'm happy for them, diba? For those
Yeah, of
who
course.
have like differences in terms of wealth, in terms of wavelength. Ang galing nga eh. But you know, they say the opposites attract. But honestly, I mean, on the many stuff that I've read, and yes, podcasts that I've listened to as well, it's usually talaga the similarities that bind the people together. When you see that you're more the same than different, diba? Kasi yun nga, pag hindi na pareho yung values nyo, hindi pareho wavelength nyo, yung income nyo, hindi magko-complement eh. It's difficult. There would always be competition, and you don't want that in any relationship. Diba? Ang dami na natin na pag-usapan. Gusto lang naman nating malaman kung sino dapat magbayad sa first.
Okay, natatawa ako dun, pero let me just read this comment. Sorry. Okay, before I read the comment, ilalabas ko muna yung tawa ko, ha?
Sige. Daming alam eh.
Daming sinasabi, my goodness. Pero yeah, boys and girls, guys and gals, ladies and gents, let us know. Okay, what are your thoughts on this? How do you manage if your significant other is like above you when it comes to pay grade? Parang ganun. But anyway, okay, there's this comment here. Ang hirap sumabay sa wants and needs niya if hindi kaya ng monthly wage mo. But the thing is nga, there are some women who don't mind receiving anything from you. Like, their language of love when it comes to receiving are acts of service, are words of affirmation, mga ganun, di ba? Like, wow, you're so rich. Words of affirmation. Dahil mong pera. Okay, now here's a comment. I used to date someone like that before, na she wants to eat in a very expensive restaurant, and yung isang price ng dish na yon, like basically that's my budget for an entire week. So napa-withdraw ako in the middle of dinner, and I wouldn't want her to pay for me kasi. Okay. So that's also
No, I'm sorry to cut you. I feel like yun nga eh, do we invalidate that feeling? Is it just us? Is it just our ego? Kasi baka nga completely dun sa girl, wala naman siyang problema. Diba? Okay lang talaga siya. Pero kasi tayo yung hindi ma-at peace eh. Diba? Na parang hindi natin kaya. Hindi naman pinaparamdam sa atin na we're less of a person. But, I don't know.
Okay. May isang comment dito kasi tayo rin nawala na rin tayo. Like, okay, what do we say? Like, we have to sound insightful to all of our watchers right now. Okay, may nagsabi dito. Ako lang naman to ha, pero medyo turn off ako sa guy who can't pay for himself. Okay lang if you can't pay for mine, basta ikaw dapat kaya mo sarili mo. I like that. I like the perspective.
Man lang. Oo.
Okay, napapaisip ako sa sarili ko.
Pero yun din, like, ayoko din namang isipin na are girls entitled? Are girls feeling entitled now? Are some, I'm not saying everyone. Pero ganun na, are some girls entitled? I know that you struggle so much, and of course we'd like to support you, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
are you stepping on eggshells right now?
I am very careful with that. I don't wanna.
We don't wanna be offensive or anything. Guys, if you know Nick as I know him, he's very respectful. If he says something that sounds the slightest bit offensive, it may have been taken out of context because hindi talaga siya ganyan. Okay.
Most likely, but it din eh.
I like the thought earlier na, what about me? Thinking about it, would I feel offended if the guy can't pay for himself? Kapag first few dates, siguro, the word offended is quite strong, but I'd like be, okay, we'll see. Parang ganun, parang ganun ako. Like, admittedly, like, right. Why aren't you paying for yourself, or at least offering to pay? Parang mapapaganon ako. But at the end of it rin naman, kasi when the bill comes, if I'm gonna cash out anything, I'm gonna only cash out like half or a little bit extra. So, sorry ka kung kulang ka, bahala ka dyan. Hoy, kumain ka rin ha. Parang ganun. So, is it because we're entitled na, oy, kami babae, ba't kami magbabayad lahat? Is it our fault? Kasalanan ba namin yan?
Diba? Where do all these come from? Na when in fact, pwede responsible tayo both.
Okay, so there are two issues here, or there are two things to think
Yeah.
about. Yung ego ng guy, yung ayaw niya ma-feel na emasculated siya. And then in women's case, yung parang pride na I can fend for myself, you also fend for yours. And excuse me, babae ako, dapat kung tutuusin ka na babayad lahat. Yung entitlement
Oo,
na
may
yun nga.
ganon. Yeah, may ganon.
Okay. Napapaisip ako
Is it
like
because,
this is...
di ba? Yeah, is it because we're, di ba, nakikita mo na housewife ka and ano ba yun? Parang tawag dito, simulation ba to ng possible future natin na parang you're just gonna depend on me for your financial needs and I would depend on you for your, for my, anong tawag dyan? For my needs in the kitchen and sama.
Yung domestic needs. Yung ganun.
Domestic needs. Pero ang mali nun because nga if you want to empower people, 'di ba? Parang dapat pareho tayo, flexible tayo. Kaya natin yung gawin pareho, 'di ba? I don't know.
But the thing is though, which again with TikTok and all the podcasts I'm watching, for guys who say na, hey, akong bahala, I'll bring home the bacon, you do everything at home.
Right.
Pero kung if ang goal in life naman ni ate girl is to be a housewife, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't want to invalidate that too, 'di ba? Kasi
what is wrong is, oy girl type kita, ayoko masyado kang independent, okay? Gusto ko sa bahay ka lang. That one is wrong. That's the part where it's wrong when you are forcing a woman to be you're dictating, you're forcing a woman to be the dalagang Pilipina who cooks and cleans and raises a farm of kids for you, parang ganun, di ba? Yun ang mali.
Yeah.
But if you have an independent woman, let her be actually it also goes the other way. Let's say yung si ate girl na tycoon, ate girl na yung imaginary girl natin who is like who's going to inherit millions of dollars from her father. Tapos yung asawa niya naman, he's very hardworking at home. He's willing to raise the kids. Right. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
Correct.
Kung okay lang naman sa kanya at if that setup works for the both of them, right?
There shouldn't, right? There shouldn't. But people would judge them, based on, again, on the standards that was built many years ago.
At nanahimik kaming dalawa.
So, ito na lang. Ang bottom line nito, you go for someone who would not make you feel less of a person, who would not make you feel restricted, di ba, in terms of what you want. And date someone and be truly honest kung ano yung gusto mong maging. Kung gusto mong maging housewife talaga and take care of the children, take care of the domestic needs of the family, support. Go lang. But if you feel that you will be limited because you need to stay at home for the kids, that can become a problem. Kasi dapat it should come from you. So, ganun siguro when it comes to dating someone, di ba? Doon natin makikita kasi if the guy also is completely okay with paying for everything, baka nga, click kayo. Pero kung nafe-feel mo na parang, emasculated ka or whatever, maybe you need someone, baka hindi yun yung perfect fit for you. Is all I'm saying. With the best option.
Like it's okay to adjust a bit in the relationship. Like for example lang, like yung mga hindi talaga, I don't really like girls who go out at night and go get drunk all the time. So and if you're really serious with the relationship, try to tone that down, right? Mga ganun, small stuff like that. Pero yung tipong the little bit of compromising that happens in a relationship, those are fine. Pero yung tipong yun nga, like the guy just wants you to be a housewife. I will provide for you. I'll give you your monthly allowance if need be. I just want you to be the perfect housewife. Pag ganun, and you feel that that's already stepping on who you are as a person, that's when it becomes a big issue in the relationship, and you have to start reflecting, okay, should I still continue this?
I agree.
If that's the case, right? Eh kung ikaw, Nick, talagang the girl seems to be like wearing the pants in the relationship. Siya talaga yung, in so many ways, Astrid levels of Crazy Rich Asians. She's rich. She's like a socialite. Ganon. And then, of course, she's happy with you. She's happy with Armir Karampot sahod as a DJ.
Yeah.
Parang ganon, she's never had an issue with that, and she's never had an issue with needing to provide for you at all and not demanding so much from you. Are you gonna be okay with the kind of relationship? Again,
Honestly.
no judgment here.
And I'm sure I will be judged.
Okay.
But I am more inclined to be with someone talaga who would grow
Ganyan mo.
with me. Oo, kasi I know myself. And even if I say that I'm gonna be secure, and a secure man and woman, that's definitely attractive, right? But I know myself, and security to me comes with, someone or from someone who share the struggles, who share the same feelings, values that I have. And wala kang kasalanan na pinanganak kang mayaman, na you're privileged. Go for gold. Alam mo yan? But with me, even if you love me, and I probably would love you back, pero kakainin ako lagi ng sarili ko na parang that I'm not enough. And that's not for you to invalidate.
Have to endure.
Yes, that's not also your job to make me feel secure. Pero baka hindi lang talaga tayo. And it might be difficult to accept, pero baka hindi tayo. Most likely, hindi tayo.
Buti na lang talaga, Nick, ako wala masyadong pera. So like, we're in the same level.
Tayo. Hindi lang tayo mga buhay,
Yung feel ko, there's gonna be a time na mamamroblema tayo dalawa sa pagbayad ng bills natin sa Meralco, ganun. So like, we're struggling together.
Love will keep us alive. But how do you, you've been asking the questions, but I want to ask you that. How would you feel? Would you even come to that point na you would wear the pants and just carry the whole relationship? Would that be okay with you?
If I know I can, like talaga I can provide, that would, for some reason, that would make me so happy. Kasi one of my languages of love nga talaga is to giving. Alam mo, di ba 5 languages of love?
Yes,
parang feel ko lahat sila 5 sa akin eh. For some reason, like, I love, kung sakali may wire na ako, I love giving gifts. I love acts of services, ganun. I love words of affirmation. All those, nandun ako, checklist ko yan, kompleto, di ba? So, if ever I am wearing the pants in the relationship and I happen to be the tycoon, the daughter of the tycoon who's very rich, I'd be so happy to splurge for that person kasi that's how I express my affection. As long as he's okay with that.
Yeah.
Kasi nga, mag-worry rin kasi ako na I don't want to make him feel emasculated. Sometimes nga, even in other relationships, this one is so bad na, but sometimes I dumb myself down. So they'd feel like matalino rin ako kay Shai pala. Which is wrong, di ba?
It is wrong.
Di ba? Yeah. Like, if you're no longer yourself, if you're no longer bragging about your IQ, whatever, mali na yan. So, but if I know that the guy is secure, sabi niya mo, may mga nag-comment ng ayaw niya ng ganyan, and they'll have to pretend to be like this dumb blonde just to make their man secure. Di ba? When it comes to that point, that's wrong na. Oo, sobra. You're gonna enjoy now. You're going to tiis it now and feel like kaya ko to. Pero in the long run, it's gonna eat you up, right? Pero again, if I happen to be the tycoon's daughter and the guy is secure, the guy is okay with it, and as long as natatanggap ko rin yung mga gusto ko matanggap, like example yung nga na, kasi there are so many other ways to put things on the table in the relationship. It's not just financially,
Correct.
Again, he could be like the one who always makes sure that dinner is ready, or makes sure that when you wake up in the morning there's already a fresh cup of coffee for you. You're so much well taken care of, mga ganun. And if na-imagine ko those are okay with me. Na-imagine ko if money is never gonna be an issue for me, babe, you don't have to worry about anything. I got you, boy. I got you, boo. Just make sure that you continuously love me, show me you love me, wag mo lang lokohin. Parang ganun. And again, with myself right now, I don't know in the future, with myself right now, I don't ever see myself arguing about money na parang, basta kung kaya ko at nagagawa niya naman yung mga kailangan niya gawin sa relationship namin, parang hindi ako magreklamo na wala ka naman binibigay, hindi ka naman nagbabayad ng ganito, ganyan.
Yeah.
Kasi kaya ko. Parang ganun.
Yeah.
Again, this is just me talking about it right now. I don't know if Hindi kasi ako anak ng business tycoon eh. So,
Yeah, I guess it's more of
na-imagine
a
ko lang.
security. I know you remember the story. I mean, like, just
Okay.
to supplement what you said. Para din sa
Okay.
ibang perspective. And
Mhm.
again, not to defend anyone. Pero nasabihan din kasi
Mhm.
ako niya na parang mahalin mo lang ako. Okay na. And
I think I remember that.
you remember the story, right? And I felt that. I mean, all throughout the relationship, I really felt na yun lang naman talaga yung gusto niya. Pero, baka nga, ako na lang din yun. Because, you know, I mean, kahit hindi niya intention, there were days when I feel like I should do something about this, but I can't because my finances are limited. And baka nga ako na yun. Baka nga it speaks more of me being insecure than the partner, you know, trying to say na parang okay lang ako na lahat, basta mahalin mo lang ako. But it doesn't work that way. Personal growth, in my opinion, doesn't work that way. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
I appreciate you telling all these because it only means that I need to work my butt off, like really hard to earn more money. Kasi you have to do it for yourself eh, di ba? If you're feeling that. And sobrang valid lahat ng sinabi mo, Shai. Sobra.
So, okay, ganito na lang.
I ask you out on the next date.
Yeah, and actually that conversation we had, yung kwento mo bago lang, we had that on one of our also previous coffee dates. Do you remember? Yeah. Ako, I remember it. Anyway, fam, to those who are watching right now, I guess it just goes to show that you have to know what you want in a person, know what you can give, and know what they want also. And if you guys are like a match or can adjust here and there, then that would be great. Pero kung alam mo talaga na pangarap mo lang sa buhay ay maging sugar mommy, for example. Kung pangarap mo sa buhay maging sugar mommy at yung kadate mo naman ay pangarap niya naman maging what's the opposite of sugar mommy, whatever.
Sugar baby.
And if that works, sugar baby, ganon. Sugar baby. And if that works for you guys, great. No judgment here from Nick and I, no judgment. Although you might have a mouthful from some people, you know, talking about that kapag lalaki ang quote emasculated, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sa mga lalaki ba dyan nanonood, papayag ba kayo? Papayag ba kayo na your girl will pay for everything? Like, you're gonna be okay?
Hindi.
Dami nag-respond na hindi,
Hindi. Ang lakas ng hindi, kaibigan. Hindi.
Okay, equality, sabi ng iba.
I'm sure Chloe and Sam would have a different perspective on this. Perhaps not as, I wouldn't say as open, but you know, it might be different from us.
Yeah.
Pero yun, hindi. For the guys, at hindi talaga.
Oo. Again, it goes to the emasculation of men, and for women naman, yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, yung entitlement natin. 'Di ba? Yung parang feel namin na no, for girls, we should be treated like princesses.
Yeah.
Parang, is that still a valid argument, or is it gonna be another kwentuhan for another coffee date? A break, I mean. Sorry.
That would
sorry. Yeah, diba? So yeah, let's talk about that next time. But again, fam, if you have any thoughts on this particular topic, violent or otherwise, just let us know. We will try to respond to you guys one by one. But thank you so much. And I guess that ends today's little date. I mean, meeting. This is formal tayo ngayon. You know, we're having trabaho
talaga pinag-usapan. Hindi ko alam saan tayo sorry ako talaga yun. Kung ano na mga sinabi ko today.
No, it's okay. Basta it stemmed from that one thing, you know, from paying the first date all throughout like a long-term relationship. Ganon. Okay, di ba? Or at least nga play that game. For the girls naman, at least play that game naman ng, hey, no, don't. Ako na, let me pay for... Okay, sige, ikaw na ba? Okay, sige. Kaya ganun lang naman, di ba? Don't feel entitled to let the guy pay for everything.
Yeah,
or at
it's
least...
actually very sexy. You know, kung at least you try to play the game, kung yun man yung tawag doon.
Sige na nga, ikaw na magbayad. O, next time ako na, ha? Hindi.
Right.
Psych!
Pero
ikaw pa rin. Kainis. But yeah, I guess that's it for this coffee break. Thank you so much again, Nick, for this convo. I love spending time with you. Of course, I love spending time with Sam and Chloe too, pero iba pa rin pag nasa solo kita.
Ayaw lang. Oh, bad yan, bad. Off air, off.
Pag-usapan natin mamaya. Chat-chat na lang tayo. So yeah, before we go, let's invite everyone to listen to our programs. Nick, if you don't mind.
Right. Of course, Sam starts the ball rolling at 6 o'clock for the morning show. That's from 6 o'clock till 10. Chloe steps in from 10 o'clock till 2. And as for me, I'll keep you in company in the afternoon. Of course, trying to wake up your brains with Nick Picks, at Everyday Nick Picks. So that's from 2 p.m. till 6. And after me, of course, is Shai.
Yep, that's right. I give you the music of light all night and all the way until Sam wakes you up in the morning. And don't forget, for more updates, for more videos of Coffee Break and our little mga pakulo on Easy Rock, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media accounts. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. They're all the same. It's at Easy Rock Manila, all right? And that concludes today's Coffee Break. Thank you so much again, Nick. I'll see you next time and see you guys next time too. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.